Welcome back. Thank you very much for staying with us. Now, civil rights group Not In My Name International is demanding the resignation of South African Football Association President Danny Jordaan. Jordaan is facing serious criminal charges, including those of fraud and theft. Themba Masango, co-founder and Secretary General of Not In My Name, joins us this evening to just share their thoughts. Good evening, Mr. Masango. Thank you very much for joining us on the program. Now, you've issued a statement calling on Danny Jordaan to step down as SAFA President pending the finalization of his criminal case. Why exactly is this?
100%. Good evening, Mukunda. Good evening to the viewers at home. As you would know, that SAFA, meaning South African Football Association, belongs to all of us, the people of South Africa. And we would like to have an institution where it has somebody at the helm who does not have such charges hanging over their heads. Understand, obviously, we are not a court of law, and Mr. Danny Jordaan has gotten his day in court today. He's received a 20,000 rand bail on various charges, including theft and corruption and so on. And we are saying that, the right thing to do as a leader is for you to step aside, step down from your position until this matter has been properly ventilated in a court of law, so that SAFA and South Africa as a whole does not have this, issue hanging over their heads. Because we as a people would really want to have a SAFA that is governed cleanly and in the right state, in the right manner. And so that is our stance, and that is why we are calling on the Minister, the Honourable Gayton McKenzie, and forward-thinking South Africans to actually persuade Mr. Jordaan to step aside.
Now, Mr. Masango, just for clarity, what does stepping aside look like as Not In My Name would have envisioned? Is it him just stepping aside from the limelight but continuing to draw a salary, or what exactly does it look like? Does he completely resign?
Look, we see it happening in the world all over, where you have CEOs and leaders of big companies or countries. They would actually write a letter to the president and to perhaps the minister and the body to say, in light of the grievous allegations that I am facing as a leader who is upright, I have, consulted with myself and those around me, and I've decided to vacate my office until such time that this case has been properly ventilated in a court of law. And should the case come out and me innocent, I will come back and fulfill my duties until my end of term. Should I be found guilty, and then please continue to find somebody else that can run the organization. And then in the meantime, let's have somebody in the interim who can actually make sure that South African football focuses on what's important, the development of football and the running of football, so that we as a country can actually be confident in the association itself.
All right, so a leave of absence of sorts. But now, as per our legal system, individuals are presumed innocent until proven guilty. What of those who could raise this in his defense, and the fact that there actually is no policy within SAFA for officials to step down, at least one that we would know of?
That's correct, and that is true, that he is innocent until proven guilty. However, the fact does remain that he has got a heavy cloud over his head. For example, one of the bail conditions that were put to him on his 20,000 rand bail that he was afforded this afternoon was that no matter where you are in the world, should the case fall on that specific date, you need to be in court. No matter what your duties are, you need to put this case as a priority. So definitely it is going to hinder his work. It's going to hinder the work of SAFA. So the right thing for him to do, not just morally but ethically as well. It may not be a legal moot point, but it is definitely a moral, a legal, an ethical one, and one where it requires clear leadership from him. And we are pleading to his leadership conscience to say that put this case in the forefront, deal with it, let it come to an end, because it is going to definitely hinder your operations at SAFA. What if, on a specific day he has to be in Mauritius, for example, and then the court says, no, you need to be in court. He cannot then rightfully and dutifully, discharge his duties as president of SAFA while being away. So it goes without saying, and it should be the right thing to do, and it should be an example that he is setting to would-be leaders and future leaders.
Now, of course, we cannot delve into the merits of the case, but what are your views, just hearing that among the allegations is that SAFA funds were used to clean up the image of the president post those rape allegations, especially because these are matters that you generally would be fighting against?
Right, and I'm sure you would know that in 2021, we wrote to the Human Rights Commission after Ms. Jennifer Ferguson reached out to us as an organization to say, listen, I need closure on this issue. Is there a way that we could perhaps have a sit down with Mr. Jordaan and for him and I to iron out these issues? We wrote to him, we wrote to SAFA, we wrote to the presidency and to the human rights, and he did not actually even give us the right of just saying, I've seen this and so on. And the human rights came back to us and said, listen, we are finding it very difficult because, no one is coming to the party with regards to this matter. And you know that South Africa is known as a rape capital of the world. Gender-based violence in South Africa is one of the highest in the world. So this is an issue that needs to be taken seriously. It needs to be an issue that needs to be put to bed. And if a SAFA president can allegedly use funds of the association to, spin his way out of an allegation, that shows you that we are dealing with a person who has got serious issues internally. And the problem then also goes to the board of SAFA, how such a thing could be allowed.
Themba, thank you very much for joining us this evening. That's Themba Masango from Not In My Name.